Hello everybody, welcome back! We are back in the closet with my fabulous little microphone here today. My reporter microphone. Don't worry, she won't be here all day, but it's so fun. You know what? It makes me feel very official and it gives me something to hold on to while I'm talking to you. So embrace the mic. Today I wanted to discuss the topic of rebranding with you and my rebranding plans for 2026 should you wish to follow suit and join me on this journey. Now, if you've noticed over the last few months, there's been a lot of changes around here. We've been having a lot more fun. We did the little fabulous challenge. We've been talking a lot about confidence and all the things to make us feel our best, most confident, most fabulous selves. And I just want to continue that energy going into 2026. So I recently posted my closet clear out video where I got rid of some of the things weighing me down, collecting dust in the closet. We made some big moves in the closet as well this year. I sold my Chanel bags. We got a sauna. I just feel like we're on a journey of fabulous self-discovery. And today we're continuing with that energy and discussing what we are wearing in 2026. So I've come up with a little list of what my rebranding guiding principles are going to be going into the new year. And we're going to discuss those together and we're going to go on a little rebranding exercise today. Okay. Principle number 1. In 2026, I want to feel my most fabulous as often as I can and whenever the opportunity allows. So if I have the option to choose my slimy regular self or to choose a more fabulous path, that is the path that I wish to take. Like wake up every day and ask myself, what would my most fabulous, most confident self do in this moment? What would I do next? What would I wear? How would I dress? And try to embrace that as often as I'm able, taking into account that not every day is going to be your most fabulous days. We're going to have sad days. Things can go awry. Life loves to throw little curveballs at you. And we also want to embrace the lazy days, but can we still do that in a more positive and fabulous way? Guiding principle number 2 is to marry the worlds of fabulousness and comfort. I am still staying true to my own personal self and my own personal style, and I really love to choose comfort also as often as possible, but can I do that in a more fabulous way? We'll discuss that more later, but that's principle number 2. Principle number 3 is to pay attention to my hair and or makeup. I heard a rule once that you should always have one of them done. And when we were doing our fabulous challenge, that proved to actually be very difficult. I realized that there were so many days that I go about my life without doing my hair or makeup, and I just, I never regret doing either of those things. I always feel better for it. If I take a little bit of time to just do a little something, even if it's not a hair wash day, can I just do a cutie little slicked bun? Even if I don't feel like doing a full face of makeup, can I put a little brow gel in? Can I do a tinted SPF? Maybe a little lip stain? Like there's certain ways that we can do to put a little bit of effort into ourselves even when we don't feel like it. And I want to keep that rule in mind where I at least have my hair or makeup done, or ideally both. Principle number 4 is to be steamed, lint rolled, and debobbled at all times. And I talked about that in my closet clear out video where I was very inspired by my darling friend Victoria to just make that as part of my kind of weekly reset. It doesn't have to be every week, but as often as it needs to be, where I've largely lived the majority of my adult life being a kind of wrinkly, unsteamed, unironed individual. And you know what? It makes a really big difference. And if I'm doing my laundry and washing my clothes, I just really want to keep up with that effort of taking more care of my clothing. So keeping up with regular clothing maintenance, but also making sure that my clothing isn't going back into my closet until it is ready to go and ready to be worn. So whether that be steaming or ironing my shirts, tossing a little debobbler onto my heavier winter knits, like it goes a long way and it makes you feel so much more clean and put together. So adding that to my regular maintenance rotation and making that a non-negotiable in my getting dressed life. The next principle is to rewear my outfits and shamelessly slow. I don't know why, in the influencer space especially, I don't know why this isn't just a regular thing. Like your clothes are there to be worn, and I don't know why it seems to be this like shameful thing to rewear outfits. I have been getting a lot better about it when it comes to my event dressing. There's definitely a few dresses and more special occasion pieces that I've been wearing over and over again, like to all my friends, the summer wedding dress, my little floral wedding dress, like I've worn to so many different special occasions, my black gown, like, we're really good about that. Every once in a while I add a new piece in, depending on the dress code and the vibe, like that's so fine, but I really enjoy that. And I look forward to like pulling out my favorite dresses, being like, oh my gosh, there's this little summer special event coming up. I know just the dress. I get so excited about this. There's a thrill that I feel by rewearing the things. I feel like I'm almost like, as silly as it may sound, I'm like going against the norm by rewearing dresses and not just constantly having new things in. We're still riding the line. We're still working on it, but definitely going to be keeping that in mind for the new year, but especially for my everyday dressing. I don't know why I feel this way, but for example, I even wore, like, this is one of my favorite turtlenecks in my entire wardrobe. I think I bought it back in like 2019 or 2020. It's been one of my most worn turtlenecks. I pull it out every winter. It's one of the greatest quality pieces I've ever bought. I love the color. I'm obsessed with it. And I wore it in a vlog recently. I packed this with me to London. And so my brain instantly went, okay, I'm filming this video today. What am I going to wear? Oh my gosh, I just wore this like 2 videos ago. I can't simply wear it again. No, I am divorcing this idea from my brain. We are re-wearing our outfits and wearing what's in our closet and giving them all the love that they deserve, and shamelessly doing so. I'm so sick of feeling that way. You have the pieces that you feel the best in. We're going to be wearing them as much as we damn well want to be. And then my final 2 principles for our rebrand of 2026 kind of go hand in hand. And one is to practice more wanting and yearning. I want to desire things a little bit more. I want to sit on things on my wish list. I don't want to be impulsively buying so many things that inevitably end up being sold and not lasting in my wardrobe. I regret a lot of purchases that I make, especially when I'm buying them on an impulse and just kind of having that instant gratification. I would also like to really look inward and work on that for myself going into the new year. And the second piece of that is kind of embracing more of a low buy. I think it's unreasonable for me, and knowing myself, I don't think I can commit to a no buy just yet, although I love to see it. Jolene, I'm looking at you. I love to hear about the tales and stories of a no buy, and I think that's brilliant. And I could certainly consider doing just that in my closet. But I am willing to commit to a low buy and keep a clothing wish list. If there's something that I am looking for or wanting to add to my wardrobe, practice a little bit of yearning. Sit on it for a while. Do I still want it a couple weeks from now? Do I still want it a couple months from now? And then if it's really still something that I can't get off my brain, then we can go ahead and make such a purchase. But the words low buy shall be in my brain going into the new year. And so those are my guiding principles that are going to lead us into our rebranding for 2026. So now that we have our guiding principles, we can then determine what exactly it is that we are wearing in 2026. How do we want to dress? How do we want to present ourselves into the world every day? How do we want to show up for ourselves? And what are the things that make us feel the most confident? So it was really fun doing the little video and chat that I did on confidence and what are some of the things that we can do every day to make us feel our best and most confident selves. And one of the points from that video was to determine what your power outfits are. And that whole idea kind of marries all of the guiding principles, really. It's like, what do I like to wear? What do I actually feel good in? And how can I stop chasing particular styles or stop trying to dress as someone that I'm not? What are the things that I actually feel amazing in? And instead of buying all this crap that I don't need, and instead of hoarding all these things that I don't wear and trying to pretend to be someone else, what are the things that I like? What are my actual everyday staples that I feel great in? And can I wear that repeatedly? So I wanted to go through and determine what my staple pieces are. What are my most worn, most loved items? And what are the things that I can wear every single day? And I have to say, the first thing that came to mind was actually my jewelry. And I didn't really touch on this so much in my closet clear out video, but if you guys have been here on my channel for some time, then you'll know how much I am married, truly, to my jewelry. My everyday jewelry collection is something that I feel very passionately about, and I'm pretty much never seen without some form of jewelry on my person. And during our fabulous series, I actually did film a little collection of my everyday jewelry, my most worn jewelry, and I have to say that I've been very lucky over the past few years to have added some really gorgeous pieces that I'm so grateful to have in my collection, and pieces that I will have forever. They will be heirlooms in my life. And I also feel very passionately about my fine jewelry because I like to wear my jewelry and I don't want to have to worry about them tarnishing or turning green or fading. And I find that a lot of non-fine jewelry nowadays is actually getting really, really expensive. So like if you're buying a piece of gold-plated jewelry, it's not going to stand the test of time if you're buying solid gold. However, first of all, I have very sensitive, very bougie, sensitive ears, I have to say. And if I'm not wearing solid gold, my ears are like buzzing. It's absolutely disgusting. So the pieces that are most worn in my jewelry collection are my fine pieces of jewelry, and I know that I'm going to have them for life. And I'm actually very excited to say that this portion of the video is very kindly sponsored by Idyl. And I just have to say that I feel so grateful to have worked with Idyl already this year. And my collection of Idyl pieces has truly changed my life and changed my like everyday dressing life and making me feel so fabulous. I never thought that I'd be able to say this, but like I've become a kind of diamond obsessed gal. Obviously my engagement ring was like everything, but I had never thought that I would be like a diamond stud gal for my earrings, and it kind of changed my life. I was like so married to my gold hoops for so long, and getting these little Idyl diamond studs truly changed my life and changed my jewelry life. I have never felt more like sparkly and fabulous ever before. They don't leave my ears. They've been in my ears every once in a while. Obviously, I might switch them out for like my more statement pieces or like big chunkier jewelry, but as far as my everyday jewelry collection goes, these little diamond studs have changed my life. So if you don't know Idyl, they are a fabulous jewelry brand from Belgium, and they use lab-grown diamonds, and all of their jewelry is fine. So it's all solid gold, lab-grown diamonds, the highest quality you could possibly think of. And because they're lab-grown diamonds, their prices are very fair in comparison to other diamonds and jewelry on the market. And what I'm obsessed with is that they are modular jewelry. So you can start kind of with your everyday studs, and then you can add to them. You can add your stacks and make them as fabulous and decked out as you want them to be. So even in my everyday stack, I have my 2 different sizes of the diamond studs, and then I have the little capri, little dangle, and this is just added on. If I wanted to take it off and just wear the studs, I can, or I can add a little bit of extra bedazzle with my little capri, little danglies. And I just have to say, before I show you what Idyl has sent me for this video, I actually did my own shopping. I did a little shop on their Black Friday sale because I hadn't realized, you guys, oh my gosh. For those of you who remember this moment, I was saying that I was looking for another flat back earring for this side, for this ear, because I have a little flat back earring here. Like, this is the original earring that I had my piercing with, but I wanted another flat back earring for this side because I do sleep in my jewelry. I do leave my earrings in. And if I had just like a regular post on the back, like, it usually just stabs my head. So I've been on the hunt for another flat back earring, and I was mortified that I didn't realize that Idyl had one. So I actually picked one up during their Black Friday sale, which I was really excited about. And I have been dying to show you guys this because I finally found another flat back earring to put into this ear. And I'm so excited about it because, like, my collection will be complete and my ears will forever be bedazzled and I don't have to take it out, which I love so much. So I did buy this myself, and the shipping to Canada was positively fabulous. So fast, no duties. That is so rare, especially when you're buying like fine jewelry in comparison to other price points on the market. Like, it is so reasonable, and this is a substantial piece. Like, this is solid gold, 2 diamonds. Like, I'm speechless. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just had to take a hot intermission because I hadn't considered the fact that because that was unpierced for so long that I literally just had to re-pierce that hole. And I enlisted my dear husband, Dan, to help me with that. So thank you so much. We are back with the earring, and look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh. I never thought I would see the day where I would have the completed collection on my ears. So I'm so thrilled with that new addition. And then Idyl sent me some beautiful new pieces to have going into the new year, and I'm so excited about this because it's just further continuing that conversation of bedazzlement and adding more fun and fabulous things to our life. And with these modular pieces of jewelry, it is so amazing to be able to add to the collection with the most beautiful pieces ever. And these are my 2 new in pieces from Idyl. So this is the Leah right here, and then this is the Paris. You start with whatever size stud you want. So I have the stud here and a high stud, which is a little bit bigger. And then all of these pieces add on to the studs, depending on how bedazzled you want to be. So I'm going to start with Leah. I'm going to show you Leah in the ears. I've never actually seen anything like this. It's so cool. So here's my gorgeous stud. I think that literally stays in my ear at all times. So there's the Leah attached in. I think it's so pretty, so fun. And then to feel extra fabulous and fancy, we can take the Paris. And this one just goes right onto the stud and hugs onto it like this. So for some more special occasions, perhaps if you're headed to a wedding or a fancy night out and getting dressed up, you can just use this attachment to add to the studs that you already have. This is perfection. And there's the other side put in. So beautiful, so versatile. I'm so obsessed with how all of the earrings at Idyl are modular, and you can dress it up or dress it down depending on what you're doing. So you can really just use the pieces that you have, invest in the most gorgeous quality, fine pieces to have for your everyday, and also just get the most wear and use out of your most loved and most like treasured pieces. And truly, like, it has been such a dream having these in my collection, and then these new extra fabulous additions to the collection for the new year. I am just beyond thrilled. So thank you so much to Idyl. I'm going to link all the pieces that I have in the description box down below, and our gorgeous new additions that I just won't be able to stop staring at. And you can check out all of the gorgeous pieces that Idyl have on their website. Dear Idyl, I love you, and thank you so much for making me feel the most fabulous every single day. So now that our jewelry is taken care of, let's talk clothing, let's talk staples. Now, in the effort and essence of like re-wearing our clothing and wearing the things that make us feel fabulous, I'm actually quite a creature of habit, and I do love to wear the same things over and over again. And certainly over the last few months, that's become more and more clear. Like when I was doing the Daily Fabulous Challenge, I was like, wow, there's actually so many things in my closet that I don't wear, and I really do reach for and grab the same things over and over again. And going into the winter, as the weather is getting much colder, I just want to be cozy, and I really reach for the same things. So when it came to my knitwear, I realized that there were so many pieces in my closet that I don't wear because it's kind of like the colors suit me if I have a tan on. So when I was sitting there and doing the closet clear out, I was like, wow, there's so many of these pieces and so many shades and colors that I don't wear when I am pale. And it really became clear to me that there were like the 3 turtlenecks, which is still like an abundance and so beautiful. But there were the 3 turtlenecks that I can really wear and really love and feel like fabulous in when I am pale or when I'm tanned. And that's this beautiful sage green turtleneck that is old from Uncle Studios, which I love. I had actually also bought their like brighter green one, but this like more muted sage green is definitely the one. This blue one, which is old from Basilica, like I said, I bought years ago, but this is just this icy bright blue, is one of my favorite colors to wear ever, ever, ever. And then my classic black one. Like truly, beyond these 3 turtlenecks, like I really don't need any more. I do have more in my collection, but I just decided that for a kind of like self-practice this winter, like why wouldn't I wear these on repeat? They're perfect, they're beautiful. I'm gonna continue on with my debobbling and maintenance of these, and whether or not I'm pale or have a tan on, they are beautiful no matter what. So these are my staples. These are my most worn, most comfortable. I'm gonna put them front and center, right in front of my visual, and when I'm getting dressed every day, it's like, no, this is what I feel amazing in. It doesn't matter what I have on the bottom. These work fabulously no matter what. And I'm gonna put them right in the middle, right front and center. Who cares if we wear it every single day? These are my power knits. They're what I feel amazing in. Next up, we're coming over to the rack, and something that I actually started doing was hanging up my jeans and putting them front and center, because I did do quite a clear out of my jeans and denim collection because it was something that I really loved to hoard in my wardrobe. And I was actually buying a lot of different styles of jeans that really didn't work for me, really didn't suit my body shape. I didn't really feel amazing in, and I was kind of keeping on to them for a what if, maybe I would wear these. I had some like really skinny jeans, some like more skinny crop jeans, and you know, I was over it. I've accepted the fact that there are many styles of jeans that I had hoarding and collecting dust in my collection that just didn't work for me. And then over the last few years, I've come to realize that a little like mid-waist, maybe mid to low waist, is the best on me and my body shape. And then I love a baggy jean. Love a baggy jean, and I decided to just hang them up so that they're front. I have visual of them, and I'm going to be wearing them, and I never have to question whether or not I feel comfortable in them. Sometimes I'd put a pair of jeans on and I'd be like, oh, do these look good? Do these look? No, I just want to feel comfortable and amazing. And I have a few of my favorite pairs of jeans that are just, again, my power outfits. I know I put it on and I feel amazing no matter what. Like these baggy jeans from A. Goldie have been such a winner. Oh my God, I could just wear these. That was also proven to be the case just on my recent trip to London. I packed these and a few other pairs. Wore these every single day. This was all I wore. I don't need anything else. Obviously, I love to have a variety of shades depending on what's going on, but those, I've got a gorgeous pair of like dark blue baggy girlfriend jeans. I have my lighter pair from Uncle Studios. The Uncle baggy jeans are amazing, and the ones I'm wearing right now are my Citizens of Humanity. I believe these are the Ayla baggy jeans. Baggy jeans, that's what I feel the best in. I'm no longer interested in just trying to make other styles work for me. This is what I have. This is like my uniform, my staples. I live and breathe in these, and I really had kept buying pants because I was like, oh, I just want to wear more pants and more trousers and tailored trousers, and I still think that that could be the case for me someday, but really I wanted to use this rack as kind of like setting up my everyday most worn pieces, and I just started hanging up my jeans so I could see them, and it's what I wear every single day. It is my uniform, and I've just decided to embrace that. Instead of trying to fight it and use other styles, we're rocking with this. I also have my pair of like little elastic pants here, which I had just unpacked from my London trip because I also live and breathe in these, the elastic waistband pants, but these also need to be lint rolled because they collect all of the fluff like you wouldn't believe. So that is in like the maintenance life. So I have these hanging up ready to go every single day when I get dressed. Now, one section of my closet that is certainly, as you can see, my most hoarded are my button-up shirts. And when I was doing my closet clear out, I honestly thought that I'd be getting rid of a lot more of them, but I don't know what it is. I have such a pull to the classic button-down shirt, and I just keep buying them, even though they are one of my lesser worn pieces in my wardrobe. And again, the same issue that I had with the knitwear, I realized that so many of these pieces are reliant on whether or not I have a tan on, and especially when it comes to the colors of them. I know that's such a twisted thing to like even be saying, but it's so true. I'm just like a really pink pale. Like it's just sometimes if the shirt is like too open or gaping, like I just don't feel the most confident, and that's just the way it is. I'm not asking you to try and change my mind. That is the way it is. And if I have a tan on and have a sweet little tanned neck and decolletage, I'm like, oh yeah, like I just love that loose baggy little shirt, and you show a little collarbone, and it's like, when I'm pale, I'm like, hide. And that's just the way it is. So I really want to try and make the button-up shirt work for me and like be confident and comfortable even when I am pale. So I thought we could just figure that out right now together. I have this lovely little white one from The Gap. Why don't I wear you? Why can't this be a part of my everyday wardrobe? Lord, no, I have enough of them to spare. I don't know what it is. It's like, especially with my hair, like in this pony, I just don't feel great. I don't feel like this neckline works for me. I don't know. It's like too much of like my pink speckled chest exposed. Like I just feel weird and naked. And I just want to rectify this situation immediately. And I was literally watching the Eras Tour documentary this morning, and Taylor Swift was like sitting in a white shirt, and she actually had it done up a lot higher. I know this is such a silly thing to even say. You might be like, wow, okay, yeah, that's obvious. But generally speaking, I feel the best in kind of higher necklines. I feel like it just suits my shape a little bit more. So I was thinking of just like doing the button up a little bit more. Does that feel a little bit better? Like instantly that already feels more put together. Whereas for some reason, I just felt like if I was wearing a button up shirt, I had to wear it low. Like I would always put this button or another button down and feel like I have to have it open and gaping. But I just felt like that's a little bit too much neck exposed for me. So even just doing up this extra button, I'm like, oh, okay, this already feels better. And then something that I never do with my personal style, I always do just like a front tuck. Okay, maybe I feel a little bit more swimming. Can we just tuck the shirt in and just accept this as part of our everyday dressing? Like, look at how much more fitted and shapely this already feels. I feel like even though normally when I'm this pale, I'd feel a little bit uncomfortable. With my hair up, I feel a little bit more naked and exposed. Already this feels better. Also, this always has to be up for me. Voila, here we go. This is perfectly comfortable. I am not uncomfortable. I feel a little bit more chic and put together by tucking this shirt in, which is something I know, groundbreaking. I know, guys, riveting new knowledge here, but I never do this. I was married to the half tuck or to the little quarter tuck, but this is why we're rebranding. We're going to be wearing the shirts that we have. We're going to be making it work for us, and all of these things that I've been collecting in my wardrobe, we're going to put to use. If I wore a different shirt every day, we've got plenty to spare. We're going to make it work for us. I'm wearing my baggy jeans. I feel comfortable and confident, cute. I can throw on any of my sweaters, any piece of knitwear, any little layering vest, and we're off to the races. So I'm breaking up with my extra baggy, half-tucked life. We're doing up the button, we're tucking it in, and we're moving forward into 2026 as more chic ladies while embracing the shirts. Thank you. I know this might sound a little bit dramatic and it might not seem like a big deal, but this is a big deal for me. This is something that I really don't do in my everyday dressing, and I'm thrilled to start now. So in that spirit, I just wanted to add to my everyday lineup and just pull out a few of the shirts that I want to wear. This is going to be one of them, just like my white shirt. I also have this gorgeous little striped one from Madewell. This is a gorgeous little shirt that I bought at Buck Mason in September in New York, and I haven't worn it yet. Can I add some fun pops of colors? Can I wear these even when I'm feeling pale? We are wearing the clothing that is in our closet in 2026, and just so many. You know what? I really should do a no-buy. Wow. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this is disturbing. Anyway, the next staple that I want to discuss, kind of exiting from our like more structured little tailored shirts here, I want to talk about feminine blouses, because with this discussion of being more fabulous, I really want to embrace kind of more feminine pieces of clothing. And this is something that you guys have commented a lot on my videos over the years, because I do wear a lot of this kind of like tomboy femme style, a lot of like tailored pieces, oversized, whatever. I don't wear a lot of like ultra feminine pieces in my life, and it's something that I want to embrace more of in my closet. I do have a few pieces that I've had in my collection, like this blouse, for a very long time that have gone unworn, and for no reason. This is a beautiful Rixo blouse that I've had in my collection for so long, and kind of in line of like deciding what colors look best for you, determining what your seasons are, what colors you kind of feel the most vibrant in. This is another area where I just felt like I could only wear pieces like this if I had a tan on. And this, I know it's not great. We're supposed to love the skin that we're in. I get it. But finding a few pieces like this that make you feel extra feminine and fabulous are just, it's so magical. This is a shirt that I pulled out of my closet because it's been sitting here for so long, and I want to embrace more of this in my everyday life. I don't want to reserve these pieces for special occasions. Like, why can't I just get dressed in the day, put on my favorite jeans, a gorgeous top like this, and wear it for myself? Like, look at this blouse. It is one of the most fabulous things that I have ever seen. And again, it's been sitting there in my closet, unworn. I have never worn this out of the house, and for no reason. I just felt like it was a little bit too feminine, a little bit too fun for me. Like, it's not something that I would have reached for every single day. But look at my pale exposed chest, having a little necktie like this, a little piece of fabulous interest. Like, life is too short for me to not be wearing things like this on a daily basis. And this is where this whole idea of like a rebranding comes in. Like, I would love nothing more than to just wake up on a Tuesday morning and have this be my working from home outfit. it. Like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I wear them? How many times am I going to say this? I get it. And I just wanted to direct your eyes briefly to this little section of my closet because these are my button-down shirts, and then I have all other tops here, and you can see that there's just a whole lot of white and black going on. I really have no color here, and I really have been trying to inject more pieces of color into my wardrobe because I feel like it makes life feel more fun and feel more vibrant. And again, determining what colors suit you the best I think is such a magical exercise to do. And I can wear this on a Tuesday and I can wear it again on a Friday because we're re-wearing our clothing and we're not going to worry about it. I don't need to run out and go buy a ton of pieces like this. I have some that are already perfectly beautiful in my closet and that we can get wear out of, feel the most fabulous in, and play a little bit more on the feminine side. So embracing the femme side of life is another part of my rebrand for 2026. Look out, guys. Florally blouses are going to become my entire personality from this day forward. I also briefly want to touch on footwear because I have to acknowledge the fact that while I was in London, I did in fact find my perfect black heel. Now, super high heels and I have not been the greatest of friends, but it's something that I've decided is going to be a huge part of my rebrand. And I just need to accept the fact that sometimes beauty is pain. And if I want to feel a little bit extra fabulous and feel a little bit more elevated and dressed up, then I do need to embrace the high heel. So I'm going to make an active effort to embrace my high heels a little bit more. Like, why wouldn't I just wear a fabulous little shirt or blouse, my perfect baggy jeans, and then a little heel to elevate the look? This is going to be a big part of my personality. I've decided going forward, we're going to embrace the high heels. And even if we don't want to embrace the high heels, we can also do our perfect little kitten heels and just try to not sit on these and not require like an extra excuse of a special occasion to wear these. Like if I'm going out for brunch, I can throw on a kitten heel. Like these are just as comfortable as any of my little flats and sneakers. They're so easy to wear these and they just make every look more elevated. So I want to make that more a part of my everyday dressing and then have a few extra fun options for the more fabulous nights out, but really to make an attempt to not always choose comfort and not always be living in my sneakers and same boots that I wear every single day and play a little bit more and have a little bit more fun with the heels. So the heels are a part of the New Year rebrand. I wanted to quickly touch on accessories because something that I had actually come across when I was going to film my confidence video, I was talking about having a pair of sunglasses on hand at any given moment. So whether you keep a pair in your car, whether you keep a pair in your purse, to just always have a pair of sunglasses that make you feel super confident because maybe I'm feeling a little extra sleepy, maybe I didn't have time to do my makeup that day, but if I just have a pair of sunglasses to reach for at any moment, it's kind of like putting a superhero mask on. It just gives that extra chic, extra cool factor. And I remember when we were doing the Alison Bornstein videos, she was talking about defining the 3 words for your personal style and then having a pair of sunglasses to go with each of those words. That's a super fun exercise that you can kind of play with and determine what those are for you. But to just have a pair of sunglasses on hand at all times that really encapsulate your personal style and make you feel extra fabulous. I have pairs of sunglasses like these YSL sunglasses I've had in my collection for so long. I actually rarely wear my sunglasses and I usually reserve them for either the summertime or any kind of hot trips that I go on. I really don't wear sunglasses on a daily basis and I kind of don't know why, because they're so fun and they can really truly like make or break an outfit or make everything feel more amazing. So I have a lot of pairs of sunglasses in my closet that I love, but I just really don't reach for in my everyday dressing, especially in the winter time. But like, why the heck not? Why wouldn't I wear these and feel extra snazzy and cool? And I've just decided that if I'm talking about my rebrand and how I want to dress moving forward in my life, like sunglasses are a part of that. So I've decided to put that into action and pull my favorite pairs out and just kind of have them a little bit more accessible, like elevate my outfit at any moment. And also because we are in the winter time, I've decided to make leather gloves a part of my personality moving forward, and I've already been wearing these so much. I bought 3 pairs. The red and green ones I bought from H&M, the black ones I bought from Aritzia, and I've already been wearing them so much. And it was something that I'd never really considered in my getting dressed life, but as a Canadian and as someone who has lived through many a chilly winter, I don't know why I never did that. I just find it so fabulous. It's like the ultimate chic lady accessory staple, and I decided to make it my entire personality moving forward. So getting all ready and getting bundled to go outside, I've decided to invest in making this part of my accessories life a little bit more chic, because I've pretty much exclusively just had like perfectly normal, regular, just fuzzy little mittens, and I never had fun with it. I never played with it, and I decided to pick up a few colors to make it feel a little bit more extra fab and extra elevated in my everyday dressing, in my winter dressing, and it's something that just makes me feel a little bit more fun, makes the winter dressing feel a little bit less dreary. And even if I'm just wearing like a sweatsuit and my warm winter coat, pop a pair of these bad boys on and my sunglasses. Are you kidding me? Like, that is so fun. Very excited and very much a part of my winter rebrand for the new year. And so I'm going to leave this video here, friends, because I could truly go on and on. I could be blabbing your ear off for days, but those are a few of the guiding principles that I've decided that I'm going to be using to kind of carry me into this rebranded, extra fabulous, extra confident sense of self going into the new year. A few of the staple pieces and a few things that I'm adding to my everyday dressing to be the best versions of ourselves, because why not? Life is too short to not feel our most fabulous every single day. And I'm so excited to continue this exercise. And like I had talked about in September 1st, like truly felt like a new year reset. And I've really been having so much fun playing with this over the last few months. And like we've discussed at length, it might seem kind of like vain and silly to be talking so much about like our outward appearance and our physical selves, but it's truly had such an impact on how I've been feeling on the inside. And I feel like the energy all over has just been shifting for the better. And that's why I'm happy to continue talking about it, because I think that a lot of you have also been along for the journey and we've been having so much fun with it. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Please let me know a few of the things that you are going to be shifting and changing going into the new year, if any. And we're going to definitely continue this chat in 2026. And I'm so excited, but just wanted to give you a little look-see at a few of the things that I'm going to be switching up in the closet before we get there. So thank you so much for being here and for watching this video, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a new one. Bye!